Hi, I'm Elizabeth with Logic Walk, and in this lesson, we're going to explore what happens to the cursor when it needs to print more than 40 characters. Let's begin by using the Logic Walk simulator to see the display in action. In this program, the display prints letters A through P repeatedly from the alphabet. Watch the display carefully. Did you see that? Let's rewind a bit and break down what happened. At time 64, the display reached 40 characters. When I press next one more time, the display prints the next character on the next line. Let's take a closer look at what happens to the cursor in this process. At time 63, the display just finished printing capital G in position 380. Memory cell 26 shows a data size of 16, which is the maximum number of characters or values you can print at a time. Memory cell 27 has a value of 1, meaning the display is ready to print. And the display shows that the number printed so far is 7. And the cursor is at 390, the last available space in the first row. At time 64, memory cells 26 and 27 remain unchanged. The display prints a capital H in position 390. The number printed increases to 8, and the cursor moves to 01, which is the first space in the second row. At time 65, memory cells 26 and 27 still remain unchanged. The display prints a capital I in position 01 at the beginning of the second line. The number printed increases to 9, and the cursor moves to 11. Let's look at a more generalized scenario for when the cursor needs to move to the next row. Imagine at some arbitrary time t, the computer has placed a value n in memory cell 26, and there is a 1 in memory cell 27. At that moment, the display has printed P characters, and the cursor is at position 39Y, the last position in one of the rows in the display matrix. If P is less than N, meaning there are more characters to print, and Y is less than 11, meaning the cursor is within rows 0 through 10, then at time T plus 1, memory cells 26 and 27 remain unchanged. The number printed increases by 1, the character is printed at the current cursor position, and the cursor resets its X value to 0 and moves down one row, arriving at 0, Y plus 1. In our next lesson, we'll examine what happens when the cursor reaches the very last available space in the display matrix and there are still more characters to print.